Hey there YouTube, welcome to Invisalign Diary number 29. This was about, I think, 6 months or so since the last time I went to see my orthodontist. And he was there today, which was cool, so it's really good to see him. This is Graham Gardner of Graham Gardner Orthodontics, a studio in Winchester in England. And although it turns out now that there is actually an Invisalign studio literally a stone's throw from here, well maybe a mile away. I'm still going to Winchester because he's so good. Anyway, so today is basically the last check to make sure it's all good before I just go into retention for the foreseeable future. So when I came along today, he had a look in my mouth and said that he's extremely happy with how it's gone. I mean, it's been amazing really to move the teeth. Let's have a look at how they used to look. Remember, if you like this, you can subscribe to my channel. This time I'll try and make sure that it uploads and goes out to the subscribers, because I definitely didn't do that last time. Otherwise have a good day, and hopefully I'll make another one of these soon. Cheers. Yeah, they used to look dreadful, and it's amazing that we didn't take any teeth out. Look, they're still the same teeth. It's amazing, but this is the tooth that was so far out that that one and that one were meeting behind it. And although I've got some gum recession above that one, and we were just checking that this one didn't get worse, and that stopped, so that's great. So because the gum recession has stopped, that was the last thing to check, because he said if it was still receding, then he would need to give me another course of Invisalign. That would be my third, just to make sure that my gums were okay. But the second course that we did seems to have done the trick, and so the recession has stopped. Touch wood. So I'm really happy with that. So that means that I now just have one last set of retainers made up, which they're going to post to me, because obviously it's an hour and a half drive from here, so quite a long way. And then, yeah, it's just retention. But more happened while I was there. So having had a look, he then asked me to bite together and then sort of make a chattering sound with my teeth going from back to front and back again, like this. So together at the back, through to the front, and back again. And then he was putting in a piece of red plastic. It looks like a sweet wrapper plastic, semi-translucent. And he put that between my teeth and just asked me to do that while he checked the bite. And because I've been wearing the retainers he gave me top and bottom every night, for a while he'd been asking me to let the bottom teeth find their natural bite, which I did. But seeing as my teeth are now pretty solidified in that arc, the two arcs that the retainers have set, what he's done now is he just got out his little polishing drill thing and just polished off a couple of bits of the teeth around, especially here, yeah, there, and there. It felt slightly rough afterwards, but it's all right now. Yeah, it's good. And now my bite meets, whenever I go back to front, it all meets the same left and right. So I suppose that's making sure that there's no unnecessary pressure on just one tooth that could cause problems down the line. So my bite is now good as well. He also said he's very pleased with how the overbite has turned out. He said it's really better than even he expected, because it's not actually that far forward. Yeah, it looks really good. Every time I see it, I'm still so happy, because my teeth used to be awful. They really were. You just saw the video. They were awful. So yes, he filed them down, and now I have the bite like that. So after that, I then went through and had new scans taken, which they're going to make the last retainers from. So then I'll have two sets, because I often leave one set round at someone's house, you know, my girlfriend's house. And then in the morning I eat breakfast and put them to one side and forget to pick them up. So I have to go back again, you know, if I'm not staying around that night, I still have to go back, and oh, goodness me. So now I'll have more than one set, so that's going to be awesome. What else is there to say? Oh yes, the only thing is they also took some new photographs. They have a really big DSLR camera with a huge lens on the front, with a macro lens that you can get in close. And you have to have these things a bit like spanners. If you've ever used a sort of wrench thing, a flat one, they're made out of sort of grey metal, and they go like this in your mouth. to make you look like Wallace from Wallace and Gromit. Cheese, right? Let's go somewhere where there's cheese. I won't do that anymore. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so it doesn't look very cool and it feels a little uncomfortable, but it's really not that bad. So once I'd tugged my cheeks around using these things, and they took the pictures from all different angles like that, then they said I could go, and it would be a year until the next one. So that really was it. So I suppose we're out the other end now. The gum recession fortunately appears to have stopped. That was the one thing I was worried about. I could see, I thought at the beginning when I started doing these videos, having a diary, I thought, yeah, it all starts off so well and then perhaps something will go wrong. And when the gums started to recede, I thought, well, here we go. But I've been careful, and we had that second course of Invisalign to ease the pressure on the roots. And it looks like, as I say, knock on wood, it looks like the recession has stopped. I mean, I noticed it stop a few months ago, and it was great for him to have a look and say it has. So he's happy to go ahead with retention. And just check in 12 months. After that, who knows? Maybe it'll be another 12, maybe 2 years. It's done. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you'd like to know. I might do one last frequently asked questions about Invisalign video, because there are some questions that everybody asks. Namely, how much did it cost, and do you really have to wear retainers, and does it really stain your teeth? I mean, I've answered pretty much all of that in my main Invisalign review, but I'm happy to go into more detail if there's anything you need to know. So just put it in the comments and I'll see what I can do. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, whatever that may be. But for now, big smiles. Thanks very much for watching. See you soon. Cheers.